Well, blow the man down. I did it. I actually become one of the new four person in the Grand Line. Oh yes. Now I'm finally going to be seen as the fleshly swell force to be reckoned with for sure.
You just had to show him that newspaper article, didn't you? Oh sweet lord, and there will be no waiting now.
Well, was there ever any living with him before?
Well, I guess you have a point there.
Yeah, my guess is he would have found out about this sooner or later. Greg, it's just nice to know that both me and my favorite pimp daddy will be sharing a lot more common ground. No shiver me timbers, the idea of worshiping each other's common ground's gotta be quite the swell experience as well, ha.
And hi, the fact that these recent developments have already gone to his detachable head should guarantee some swell sexy action-packed thrills ahead. And by the combined smooth-looking bare feet of the entire Tendo family, I'll be ready and willing to get the ashy adrenaline pumping when that time comes, comes. But for now, YouTubers, enjoy the show. Link.
Warning, the following video contains false information and is meant for entertainment only. It also contains violence, sexual conduct, profane fucking language, and annoying robotic text-to-speech voices. If you are offended by any of the above, get a fucking sense of humor. Your discretion is advised.
News has been circulating recently about two human boys with extraordinary spirit energy. Piece of cake!
You have all that's required to be detective of the spirit.
Shotgun! Humans! I will rip you apart and eat you myself! And here's the kill! Go home if you don't want to die!
Pardon me if I make this quick.
This is the secret missing episode of Yu Hakusho. It was never aired, because the overwhelming sexiness would have split open the heavens, causing the dead to rise from the grave and brutally sodomize the living. And all the male cast members, especially Yusuke and Kuwabara, were just too damn sexy for Japanese TV standards, and would have caused everyone watching to break into seizures induced from overwhelming sexual ecstasy. You must be 3,852 years old and have jacked off and cummed all over the inside of a green jacket and worn said jacket for 69 hours to view this swell sexy episode. Tissues, dildos, and going to the Japanese Parliament House to give Emperor Akihito a Cleveland steamer is advised.
Konnichiwa all you fudge-packing pipsqueaks. My name is Yusuke Urameshi, and in case you couldn't tell by that statement I just made, hi, I am really super duper desu totemo bonsai in the arse day. In fact, you might say that I am honorably the gayest teenager in Sariashiki Junior High, if not all of Japan. And for those of you who think I have a crush in Keiko Yukimura, well, to debunk that false rumor once and for all, I'll have you know that Keiko is actually my cousin and not my wannabe girlfriend like you were led to believe from our otherwise swell anime series. The only reason I lifted up her skirt to look at her panties is because I figured they would look better on me than they would her. And if I had my way, I would be slapping the bitch senseless until she was out cold and steal those undergarments for myself and use them to attract all the young high school studs and horny otakus who attend my swell high school. After the vigorous disinfection process of dreaded female bacteria, of course. Ha. Oddly enough, I haven't actually seen Keiko around school these days. What has she been up to lately?
A couple of months previously.
Hello, my name is Keiko Yukimura and I am really butthurt. The reason I'm butthurt is because my delinquent cousin Yusuke is a total embarrassment to my sterling school reputation, raping all my male classmates and beating the female student body to a bloody pulp. Ugh, it's so humiliating knowing that I'm related to that juvenile faggot. Oh, it just irritates me so that it even hurts physically. Hold on a second while I take off my shoes and socks. Oh hi, that feels a whole lot better. But seriously, the things Yusuke has put me through with his gay shenanigans has really gotten me in quite a sour mood. Why, I'd even say that it's put me off men entirely. I don't even want to so much as look at another male student as far as I'm concerned. Anyways, I'd go on ranting about my situation, but I believe I see some new students coming into class.
Ah yes, greetings and salutations Miss Yukimura, my name is Hikari Haraki, representative of Class 2A in Tokyo 3, and of course class president to the student body body of the Japanese branch of the Betty Bunch, under the tutorship of our beloved chair lady and Sensei Misa Hearsay from Super Dimension Fortress Macross. And now say hello to a small handful of some of my fellow Shitsu-chans from said branch. Take it away ladies. Konnichiwa, my name is Nara Osaka from Pretty Soldier Sailor Moon. Coming off fresh from a secret missing episode of my aforementioned anime show. Ha ha ha.
Konnichiwa, my name is Mayuki Takara from Lucky Star, one of the three main characters of said anime show that are lesbians, save for one otaku member of our clique who isn't Team Takun. Try to guess who said otaku schoolgirl it is I'm talking about. Wink.
Konnichiwa, I'm Miyako Inoue from Digimon Adventure 02. And I'm Shinobu Miyake from Yurzy Yatsura, and although I'm not actually a lesbian, I hooked up with these lovely ladies because I so enjoy the company of females, especially a particular part of their body, ha ha ha.
Hi, but more on that later. We would have invited other members of our group to this introduction piece, like my newly born Shih Tzu mainly BFF Oscar Langley Zoru, but she is busy indoctrinating the entire main female cast of Asamangadero. Hi, and I really wanted my new permanent BFF Usagi Tsukino to join us for this occasion, but she is busy doing her own little rape journey through every episode of a certain MLP show from the 90s. But anyways, Keiko, the five of us couldn't help but overhear your recent declaration of man-hatred, and naturally we thought that this would be a grand opportunity to, well you know, show you the wonders of lesbianism firsthand. What do you say?
What's that? You say you want me to become a lesbian? Oh my, you know I never considered that. It's true that I've become frustrated with my faggot cousin and all other male perverts, but switching over to lesbianism seems like such a big step forward. I don't know. I may have to sit down and think about this for a minute.
Well, while you sit and think about it, perhaps I can help you get the juices flowing, so to speak. I noticed that you have your shoes and socks off right now, and since you already have them perched up on your desk, I was thinking maybe you would—
Say, were you just about to offer me a foot massage? Well, if that's the case, then I think it would be a very swell idea, alright. So by all means go right ahead and give my barking pork buns a fine tenderizing—
What kind of piece of shit establishment is this? All I did was offer to massage your feet to help you relax, and you go and will be off.
Oh yeah, I guess we should have given you a heads up about Shinobu's little force of habit.
Wait, did you actually say yes to letting me massage those two gorgeous pork buns of yours?
Why, of course I did, Miss Shinobu. After all, I happen to have a few lady friends who like to do that for me whenever I'm feeling stressed out all the time, so I've kind of gotten used to it already.
Oh my, that sounds like my kind of people. Well, enough talk. Let's get down to business and give those dumplings of yours a sensual smothering with my mandibles of mercy. Oh, hi, so velvet smooth. I never knew foot skin could feel so natural.
Oh yeah, baby, that actually feels really good. Something tells me that I'm really gonna like hanging out with these gals. Hi.
Back in the present.
Kind of strange how she seems to have disappeared all of a sudden. Oh fucking well. But it's true, folks. I learned all the swell ropes of providing penis pleasure to my fellow man, courtesy of no other than my old man Atsuko Urameshi. Yes, that's right. Atsuko is actually a feminine-looking Okaman drag queen with a 78-mile-long katana, of which I have the swell privilege of tucking my swell ass in every night. Of course his convincing feminine looks sometimes work against him. Why, I'll never forget the time he was at the Jumping Mario, and some Roppongi chick was challenging him to a pedal drinking contest thinking that he was another female. My pop's kind of a heavy drinker next to being a heavy lover. In fact, his usual hangouts are seedy bars in Harajuku where other middle-aged transvestites like to get their drink on. Come to think of it, I remember the last couple of transies Pop ran into looked awfully familiar. I think they mentioned something about a group of merry men. But let's focus more in my gayness. One of my favorite butt buddies at school is no other than Kazuma Kuwabara, the sexiest kind of man meet at Sariashiki Junior High other than yours truly. Sure, it may have looked like we were trying to beat each other up at the beginning, but our so-called bitter rivalry was just a cover to keep that sinister sensei duo, Iwamoto and Hakusho, from plotting their prudish schemes to expel us from school. Even Takanaka-sensei had to keep a low profile in front of these two prude fuckers, although this still didn't stop him from keeping me after school for some private sessions, wink. But by far the swellest sexual experience of my life was ironically after my death. Yes, I died, trying to save a sexy young future bumboy no less. Why, I'll never forget how tore up Kuwabara got during my wake. Bag, now that's what I call dedication to my sexy ass. But back on topic, soon after that so-called accident by that straight couple I was escorted to another plane of existence known as the spirit world. There I met a sexy little man moppet by the name of Gonma, son of the mighty spirit faggot King Enma. And although I'm constantly putting this little cherub on blast, he is admittedly the most adorable butt baby I ever laid eyes on. What really makes Gonma swell is that he also has the ability to occasionally change himself into a sexy teenager. And seeing him in that swell form always makes me want to strip him off and smile bomb his anal innocence. The only thing keeping me from doing so is the fact that he usually hangs out with that slut Boltan, that writing spiritual guide who also happens to be a podophiliac. And before you ask, yes, she does try and make her ashy advances towards me every chance she gets. Erg.
To be honest, I only ever do that to Yusuke-kun when he actually has it coming. Hi coming. Teehee.
Whatever. Now where was I? Oh yeah, I was soon brought back to the world of the living, thanks to my BFF Kulakupera, who gave me the best resurrection anal rape ever. Yes, ignore those lousy re-edits of my harlot cousin having to kiss me.
Gross.
And the two of us have never been tighter than Hemata. But now comes the best part. After my swell erection resurrection, I was appointed by his royal sexiness Gonma as the new detective of the spirit world, or as I like to honorably call myself, the spirit dick. Ha ha ha. With his swell new position, I also got a swell new technique called the spirit gun, or the ray-gun for us Japanese speakers, or my own personal favorite, the spirit dildo gun. This powerful new technique allows me to shoot a burst of spirit energy from my hand, which I like to imagine is a steady stream of semen after a long and hard masturbation, which only serves to drive up my horniness. It's just as swell as it sounds. As spirit dick, it is my job to track down any demon that wreaks havoc in the world of the living, and luckily every demon I've been assigned to track down is male, and you can bet your last drop of semen, Zamke, that I took great delight in giving them the finger. Such swell cases include retrieving the sex toys of darkness from the likes of Goki the soul-sucking ogre, and those two apparitions studs Kurama and Ie, more on those two later, stopping the human hunter Rando, and of course taking down the 4 saint beasts, or as I like to personally call them, the 4 sexy beasts at Maze Castle. From there my cases started becoming much sweller, as my aforementioned bum buddy Kulakupera had come into his own spirit powers and started joining me on my rape journeys. Plus the equally aforementioned demon studs Kurama and Ie have also come along for the ride, so to speak. And the 4 of us have quickly become the closest of fuck buddies. The only downside to my job was having to train with that female psychic and all-around annoying bitch Genkai. I mean, seriously, just getting pushed around by that stuffy old egg alone was a fucking nightmare, to say the least. Oh, and did I mention that she's a podophilic martial artist? So you could say that she was really walking all over me during training. But I guess the one upside was that having to endure being around that decrepit harlot gave me incentive to focus on my spiritual abilities and keep my eyes in the prize. And it's a good thing too, because soon me and my fellow demon fucking vigilantes were facing our biggest challenge yet, and I'm of course referring to the Dark Tournament. A competition where we fought and raped our way through a various slew of demonic studs. The baddest of which being the notorious Toguro brothers. Hi, these two were definitely a force to be reckoned with, even back when me and Kulakupera had to rescue that ice harlot Yukina from that Gonzutero Kames compound. But it wasn't until the Dark Tournament that the Toguro brothers got to show their stuff. And when I finally got to see the young Toguro at 120% of his power, it got me so horny that I thought I'd make it come so hard that it would turn me inside out and send me to an alternate dimension. Luckily that didn't happen, obviously. Now I'm sure you're all scratching your scrotums wanting to know how I really defeated young Toguro, because you can just ignore the anime and manga's events of me taking the power of the spirit wave from that skank Genkai. No way would I ever put something in my body belonging to a dreaded female.
The very idea!
But like I was saying, just as it looked like young Toguro was gonna finish me off and turn the tables in my tender prostate, something happened to me that would change my sex life forever. You see, it turns out that I am not some ordinary human. I actually have demon's blood and semen coursing through my veins. That's right, I am actually the legendary Mansoku, the ancestral butt baby of the Demon King Ryzen, who helped me tap into my monstrous heritage and give me the second wind I needed to finally bring young Toguro to his knees, and rupture his insides with my mastodonic monster member and demonic semen. And from there I went all out. I ravaged the tight asshole of the renegade demon Yashai, turkey slapped Shinobu Sensui and all 7 of his alter egos, plundered the virginity of Netherrealm Lord Yasukumo, And finally I took a trip to Demon World to claim my birthright, and gave my sexy second dad the night of his life by stretching his sphincter to the size of the Grand Canyon before he sadly died of apparition AIDS. And for the final record. You can go ahead and ignore all that bullshit about him dying from starvation after swearing never to eat humans again out of the love of a human female. For that matter, you can also ignore that load of tripe because it wasn't a female he fell in love with but another cross-dressing man. In fact, it was actually Jacobs from Inuyasha back when he was an ordinary human before he joined the Band of Seven and was resurrected by Naruto. And for your information, he didn't eat humans, he raped humans. And the reason why I was born as the Masoto is because he raped 696,969 human men in 69 hours. That's right, he pulled a 69 within a 69 period. Damn, that's a lot of 69. Phew. Well, I'm so glad I got all of that off my chest. Now hopefully I can find something to put on my chest before we cut to the next scene. Oh, and lo and behold, I do believe a familiar figure is coming my way already.
You're a meshy.
Oh hey there, cool Aquipera. What a clever way to make an entrance by dusting off another swelling joke. Or is it an excuse to make another old school YouTube reference?
The answer's up to you.
Either way, it does make a swell transition to get my introduction going. But hi folks, my name is Kazuma Kuwawara and I am the butt buddy to Urameshi and one of the original Spirit Detective gang. My weapon of choice is the Spirit Penis Sword, a power beam of light that emanates from the spirit energy of my pelvic region into my hands. It's great for not only slaying demons left and right, but also it comes in handy when you want to screw said demons in a train formation, human centipede style. Plus it makes for an awesome dildo, with or without any love partners around. No compensations necessary here. And for those of you who thought I had a thing for Yukina the Ice Apparition, I can assure you nothing could be further from the truth. I'm only interested in men alone, like my butt buddies Urameshi, Kirema and I, even that pain in the ass EA. But despite my hatred of all things female, I will never ever raise a hand in violence to that of the opposite sex, and there's a reason for that. You see, I have an older sister named Shizuru, who has brought me up to always treat women with respect. And if I were to ever go against her wishes, then she would torture me by smearing her pancakes all over the exposed areas of my body. And she is a podophiliac, by the way. To be honest, it really comes as no surprise. In fact, it kind of runs in the family. Come to think of it, I seem to remember Urameshi showing off a few new podophilic martial arts techniques he picked up during his training with Genkai. Oh, and you can bet that family resemblance runs deep, as Atsuko Urameshi has the most desu pair of mature meat cushions this side of Tokyo. Hi! But anyways, that is my reason for never showing violence to a female. I never threaten to beat them to death with my penis or cut them in half with my sword. I just politely turn them down and hope for the best. Although I haven't actually seen Shizuru, or Yukina, for that matter, in the longest time. Where do you suppose they've gone?
A couple of months previously. Again.
Oh my goddess Jehovah, that was indeed the wildest experience of my life and I enjoyed every vaginal juice and foot sweat soaked moment of it. Domo arigato ladies for showing me the wonders of Daikhood.
Oh, trust us, Keiko. It was our desu pleasure.
I, more than happy to oblige, my dear lady. Ha ha ha.
Well then, Miss Yukimura, with you fully acquainted to the vagina lifestyle, perhaps now we can all take a trip to Akihabara where the true part of your indoctrination can begin.
Oh, that's what Hikari-san. I see someone entering the classroom and I don't think it's one of our members. Maybe not, but you have to admit she does look awfully adorable. What's your name, cutie?
Oh wow. It's...
Why hello there, my name is Yukina, the ice apparition and all-around lover of sexy, smooth-looking bare feet, especially the smooth feet of humans, of whom I happen to find very desirable indeed, ha ha ha.
Oh hey there Yukina, long time no see sexy.
Oh, you know this girl Keiko?
Why of course, remember when I said I have a few friends who like to pedal pleasure me? Well, say hello to one of said friends. This is Yukina.
Oh yeah, she's pretty, she's cool, I'd say she's pretty cool, ha ha ha.
Hi, so nice of you to drop in on us, Miss Yukina.
Oh yes, when I sensed that Keiko was getting a foot massage I thought to myself, oh man, I really gotta get in on some of that.
Yup, I figured it was only a matter of time before you showed up Yukina, ha ha ha.
Oh, and I'm not the only one, someone else has come to join the festivities as well.
What's that? Someone else is here to offer more Ashi action for this part of the video. Oh wait, I think that's her coming right now. Hi.
Oh yeah, baby, I thought I heard the faint moans of ecstasy echoing across these hallways. Kaiko, shame on you. Getting yourself a swick rubbed down on your desu digits without inviting yours truly to the pedal party.
Oh hi, I was actually expecting you to show up as well, oddly enough. Girls, say hello to Shizuru Kuwabara, my third aforementioned best foot friend, my second being Yukina of course, ha ha ha.
By the way, Kago, I brought you your homework that you left at our place the other day. I found it while I was teasing Kazuma with my sweet pedalage after he said something negative about the female actors from the 2016 Ghostbusters. Man, he cried like a little valley girl bitch during her sweet 16. I swear it was even funnier than the time I slipped one of my articles from Foot Fappers magazine into one of his shonen yaoi mangas before he went to go rub one out like he does every night before going to bed. Hi, that was a hoot, alright, ha ha ha.
Oh wow, someone who is into girls' feet but is also not afraid to get them dirty with boys also. Finally some common ground, haha.
Moreover, it's nice to see you as well, Yukina. It's just not a pancake breakfast with Kago unless you're here to enjoy it with us. Wink.
Why yes, Shizuru, I just love to pamper those sweet pork buns of yours and vice versa. Nothing could be more invigorating than feeling the sweet embrace of such pedal perfection that Lilith has so blessed you, fondling every fiber of my being. It's a damn shame that your brother Kazuma is a homosexual and has no desire to be touched by females. I so would have loved to use the healing power of my heels to cure his aching muscles, or give a certain pair of aching muscles a nice rub down with the equally healing power of my magic fingers. But I have no regrets. Shizuru Kawabara, you have won both my heart and my feet, and I hope to spend the rest of my foot-worshipping life with you. Yes.
Oh wow, that was very sweet of you to say, Yukina. Now if only we could foot flirt with each other like that without everyone thinking that we're lesbians or something. Ugh, you have no idea how hard it is to have a swell foot-tastic time with a guy when he thinks you play for the other team. Heck, I might as well be hitting on my brother.
No kidding, such profiling is totally unfair. I wish there was a place we could go where we could enjoy the feet of our fellow woman without having to be automatically labeled as carpet munchers.
You said it, an establishment for foot females who can have their corn cake and eat it too.
Well, you're both in luck, ladies, because even as we speak, a closed BFF of mine and fellow Rubik Femme Fettle, who is an Ashi in-betweener like yours truly, has plans to remedy that little problem by adding an extra special section of the nutty lunch.
Hold on, you weren't actually serious about that whole subdivision thing that you and Miss Tendo suggested the other day, were you? Look, I keep telling you that idea will never catch on.
Seriously, I thought the two of you were joking about that. A bisexual subdivision in the nutty lunch? It'll never happen. Why, you'd never catch me in the watered-down section of our group like that in a million years. What?
Well, I for one think it's a very swell idea. You can totally count me and Shizuru in on these future plans of yours, Miss Miyaki. Hopefully you and your entourage of lovely loafer ladies can help me find my long lost twin brother who I've been searching for years. You see, I grew up in a village of asexual prude females who have always tried to suppress my love for feet, and I desire to fulfill my swell destiny by defying my elitist heritage and making sweet passionate pedal love with said twin, and the two of us can give birth to the unholy creature that will bring an end to all prudishness in the spirit world.
Oh, you can definitely count me in as well, Miss Shinobu. I so can't wait to start treating myself to an unrestricted all-you-can-eat pancake buffet, ha ha ha.
Yeah, well, you can count me out. I've dedicated my new lease on life to sushi and salads, and that's how it's gonna stay.
Hiya, that's swell to hear, Keiko. I'm glad someone doesn't cling on to silly ideas about subdivisions. No offense, Miss Shinobu, but that idea of yours and Miss Tendo's is just a pipe dream. Even Usagi-chan, who mostly hangs out with footsters herself, wouldn't be caught dead in such a fool's paradise. Fucking what? What is so goddamn funny?
Seriously, could someone let us in on the fucking joke? By the way, Keiko, you mentioned that those two are your second and third best foot friends. Yasu is your first?
Well, Shinobu, that would be no other than Botan, a reaper from Spirit World who sometimes helps Yusuke and the others on their spirit detective cases, and in her spare time likes to massage the feet of everyone in town she comes in contact with, including Shizuru and myself. Oh, and by the way, she too possesses quite a petite pair of chopsticks and dumplings herself, I might add. Wink.
Oh hi, Botan is definitely a fine piece of work when it comes comes to those feet of hers.
Oddly enough, neither of us have actually seen Botan in quite a while, and it has raised a great deal of concern.
You have a point there, Keiko. Botan has been strangely absent during the events of this cutaway scene. Oh dear, I seem to have put some damage onto the fourth wall that not even my aforementioned healing powers will be able to fix. Tee-hee.
Well then ladies, I suggest we stop wasting any more time and get Kariko fitted into her new school uniform and then head to Akihabara before class starts. What do you say?
Sounds good to me, Hikari-chan. I so can't wait to start my first day as Misa-sensei's newest teacher's pet. Ha ha ha.
You go ahead and do that, Keiko. Meanwhile, I'll be introducing Shizuru and Yutsima here to my aforementioned BFF, and we can begin the preparations for our desired subdivision. Ha ha ha.
Sure, you go and do that, Shinobu.
Well, alright, off to it then.
By the way, folks, the reason I didn't show up for this flashback scene is because this was around the time I was being broken in as the newest recruit of the Ketchum clan. In fact, it was a certain rough around the edges chopstick sporting magical girl and a particular runic pastry chef sporting a large spatula doing the honors of my swell indoctrination. Oh sweet Lilith, looks like I'll be taking the fourth wall back with me to Spirit World Hahaya. But anyways, let's get back to the main plot already, as this flashback has gone on long enough but still not as long as the fourth wall's aforementioned track record. Ha ha ha.
Back in the present, again, about damn time.
Well, never mind. It just means I won't have to worry about the two of them making their foot advances towards me. But anyways, Urameshi, I have swell news. I had recently gotten myself an internship for an actual legend detective. And the best part is he's a desu raging homo too. We've actually been hitting it off tremendously, and he's even considering making me his deputy. Oh hi.
What's that? You see, you got yourself a job, and with an actual private dick? Tag, that is desu swell, alright. Congratulations, butt buddy, in such a swell gig.
Well, he's not exactly a private dick. He says that he's an Interpol inspector. He's spent most of his career chasing a certain master thief, and has come so close to nabbing him each time. Anyways, why don't I let him tell you all about it himself? Hey boss, come over here and meet my classmate and favorite penis pal Urameshi.
Hold on, is that? Yes, it is I, the one and only Inspector Zenigata. You may remember yours truly from the anime series and film franchise Lupin the Third. By the way, everything Kazuma-kun here told you was true. That is being really super desu flaming up the mega bum In fact, I'll let you all in on a little secret. The real reason I've been pursuing Lupin for this long is because it's been my deepest desire to give the world's most notorious master thief the biggest mastodonic kamikaze of his anal virginity this side of the rising sun. The only obstacle that robs me of that pleasure is the fact that he is joined at the heel to that harlot Fujiko Mine. And for people's news, I wouldn't want to try and get a pass at Lupin's ass when the threat of a dumpling scrub down ambush is lurking in the shadows. But I'm sure those details will be brought up more in full if DW Forever 917 decides to make a Lupin the Third related project for text to Nami speech down the line.
What's this do? I fucking hate today!
Okay, watch it when you're triggering those tags, old man. We were lucky this time because DW Forever 917 decided to rehash the old Shatter Mountain cutaway, but if you're not careful you'll break the fourth wall barrier that separates the world of the living from demon world, and me and my fun friends just had a heck of a time preventing that from happening when that asexual fucker Sensui tried to do just that. Although my Masoka powers make me equal to any A-class or S-class demon, I just don't think any of my human butt buddies could withstand such an anal thrashing. Moreover, the Raffle demons actually rank up to an A-class level, and not even Yogi Bear, which has sick funk powers, could take on the likes of them. But anyways, let's change the subject. Kulak Bear, all this talk about my spirit detective days has made me so all horny. How would you and that boss of yours like to have a swell sexy mega bum three-way together? In fact, since I know you're also a podophiliac, I'll even kick you in the face and stomp on your testicles with my rough around the edges pork buns. Does that sound swell to you?
Oh my, that does indeed sound like a desu idea, alright Urameshi. Especially the bits that involve your podophilic martial arts. Speaking of podophilia, the fact that Lupin's also a raging footster sort of complicates things when it comes to making my sexual advances towards him. I'd have no trouble at all showing off my feet if it weren't for this fungus infection that I've been cursed with. Erg. But it'll take more than a bad case of athlete's foot to discourage me from taking Lupin's evil innocence.
Yeah, we get it, Pops. You're super horny for this Lupin guy. Now do you wanna have sex or not?
Oh, yeah, that would definitely sound good alright, Mr. Urameshi. In fact, I was thinking we could use my handcuffs to try some of that swell BDSM shit. Yeah, I may be an old-timer, but I'm not too old to get into the kinky stuff, wink.
Right, well then without further ado let us quickly get down to business before another cutaway flashback shows up, and by the time it's finished it'll already be time for the next Demon World tournament to begin. But anyways, it's time to fuck. Oh holy fucking sweet shitty dildos.
What's the matter, Urameshi? Are we under attack by another demon from Spirit World?
No, Kulakapera, something much worse. There's an erg lady coming this way.
Hello, my good gentlemen. My name is Negamali Baker, representative of the Negabarni Bunch.
Hello also my super swell meat dudes. My name is Nega Melvin Butlers, and like my hot sexy mother Molly, I do represent the Negabarni Bunch. Moreover, these guys behind me are my super lady entourage of awesomeness who carry out my every whim and totally hype up my super lady status of awesomeness. Ha.
But anyways, the point is that we have come all the way from the Negaverse to track down the one they call Yusuke Urameshi. So tell us where we can find him or suffer the consequences. Painfully.
The Negaverse? Well, there goes the fourth wall. Not that it really matters at this point. But anyways, you cheap imitations look no further, cause Yusuke Urameshi happens to be the desu sexy faggot you're addressing right here.
Well good, then I'd say you just made our job a heck of a lot easier.
Who the fuck said that?
Urameshi, look up there!
Yes, allow me to properly introduce myself. Greetings Earthlings, my name is Composite Ryoko, the newest member of the Negabarni Bunch, and Yusuke Urameshi, prepare yourself for immediate indoctrination.
Composite Ryoko? Immediate indoctrination? What the hell is going on around here, Urameshi?
I don't know Kulakapera, but I have a bad feeling that it's gonna delay our swell sexy time.
Hello everyone, this is Gentai. Well, it looks like my network student Yusuke has gotten himself in another unswell mess, especially with this new set of enemies. Just exactly what does this Composite Ryoko have in store for him? Will Yusuke and his homo friends be able to take on the threat of these straight posers, or will they need some extra help along the way? You won't want to miss the thrilling conclusion to the secret missing episode of Yu Yu Hakusho.
The moral of the story is that death is never the end, so there's no worries if you have to wait for part 2 and you don't think you'll live that long to hear said moral. Also, if you think this is real, you truly are a sick fuck. Ha. See you later to Mahami faithful. Peace out.